Hello. This is I'm going to make a wreath, um, waiting for people to join. I'm going to make this quick. The supplies I'm using is everything is from Hobby Lobby. I got it all 50% off. Um, I'm going to use 2 rolls of deco mesh, a large sign, like my wreaths, big and fabulous, and maybe some of these I got at Hobby Lobby. Uh, Snowman ribbon. I got these ribbon at Paper Mart, and you can get those in a bundle or single there. And that's about it. I'm gonna make it simple. Um, Sorry. Okay. So I'm going to cut about 30 inches. I'm not going to measure. I don't have my measuring mat. So I'm just going to guess. I'm not very good at math. And then we're just going to roll up these frayed ends on the end here on either side, both sides. And then just kind of ruffle it together. And then I'm going to put it in the wreath, just anywhere really. And I'll use these, uh, the wreath things to put them in with because they're wired. It's all wired. So we'll just keep making these about 30 inches. I'll try not to make this too long of a video. And I like to use, even with the green wreath that I have here, the pine leaves, whatever you call them. I like to use these because it makes the wreath fuller. And I like to add a lot of deco mesh to it to make it look, or not to make it look that way, but it will be full. This is going to be one of the most simple wreaths that I've made. I usually make them pretty complicated, but I'm scared to go live, so I hope it's live. I don't see anybody. But anyway, this will be on for anybody to watch, and you can replay. And I like to use it all because it's not cheap. Unless you can get it on sale. Usually I get my deco mesh at uh, Paper Mart, or if it's on sale at Hobby Lobby, I get it on Hobby Lobby or wherever they have a good sale on it, clearance or whatever. And I'm just going to make these maybe about 2 inches apart, and just right here in the middle. And like I said, just kind of roll up the ends here and ruffle it. I haven't made a wreath in a very long time. This is my favorite thing to do. So, just sorry if I'm doing this like this, but I don't have much room to put it down on the counter and all that good stuff. Uh, so it's just like that, and your frayed ends don't show much, and usually at the end, whenever I get through, I will get my blow dryer and put it on hot, and it will melt the frayed ends. And I also, for outside, if you're going to have it outside, I will spray it with UV spray so that it will last longer outside. I have had some wreaths outside for years, and they still look very good. And I've learned how to make these on YouTube. Um, I watched Deco Exchange and several others for about 5 years. And I learned a lot of tricks. Um, how to make them look full and nice. If you don't have much funds, you can get these on clearance when they have them on 50% off or whatever. I don't know if anybody can see me on here. Sorry. Mm, okay. So I'll just keep on and live and learn, right? Okay. Just keep on. And just roll these up about halfway and then rough it like that. Most of the time it takes 2 to 3 hours to make a wreath. But if you're just doing a quick one like this, hopefully it won't take too long. I'm not being too perfect with it. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. My camera thing won't stay up very well, but I hope you can see it. I don't mind teaching anybody how to make these. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for watching it. My daughter is going to be getting married. I'm happy about that. Okay, that was all good. So let me cut some more. Like I said, about 30 inches for this one. These are 10-foot uh, mesh, I believe, and 10 inches. And I'm cutting them about 30 inches long, I think. I don't know. Just guesstimating. So I hope everyone's doing good today. I haven't done too much today other than think about 6 hours about going on live and doing a wreath. It's more scary than I thought. But also, I'm like, who cares? It's not going to change anything except help me with my self-esteem. This one I'm not going to use all of because they have staples in it and I don't want it to, it's kind of all messed up. So, just going to roll it like that. And I had one more to go here. There we go. Now we'll go back around and fill in and make it even Steven here. We want it to be full because I'm not adding anything else. I'll probably make a big bow to go on this. And it's been forever since I've made a bow, so we'll see if I remember. I'm just gonna fill it in nice. Yeah, my cat does tend to get into my stuff, so she's asleep right now. So if she gets into this, she will definitely tear it up. I only see one person, but I hope. I try not to get on too late and not try not to get on too early because people work on the weekends. And this one is kind of, you don't want any frays at all. Kind of once it's frays, it just keeps on and on and on. So that's why I'll go over it with the blow dryer to heat it up. When you heat it up, this is plastic and it kind of melts the frayed edges. Uh, I'm not sure if I want to change this on the Snowman. I think I'll just leave it for time saving purposes. Usually I'll change it out to something better, but I'll have to go through stuff to find something. There's no time. I think that I would really like to teach others how to create these beads. I also make my own signs too, with my Cricut. I have used my Cricut. Sorry, this one is. Okay, I have used my Cricut to make my signs with for outdoor wreaths, and I do spray them with the UV resistant spray. Um, and they hold up very, very well. I have not had any that has came apart that I know of. I do have one friend that used to buy a lot of my wreaths. She's the one that kept me going. So I have not heard any complaints from her at all in the last few years. And she kept buying them and buying them. So this is getting pretty full. I have 3 more to go. So, and I like to put it all out in the middle because my snowman will go. I'm going to put him in the middle since I'm not going to put anything else on this wreath. If I was going to put something else on there, or more things like more ribbon and stuff, I'd probably put him off to the side. I like making, I like doing my wreaths extravagant. I don't know how to do simple wreaths. I have had to make a couple of small ones for my friend, and that was hard to do. But she loved them. So, all right. And that is it. I don't know if you can see very well. I have a small space. Yeah. So, okay. So now I'm going to attach my wreath. I'm going to cut this off. I don't know how long I've been on, but anyway, I'm going to cut this off because I put it on my own way. I'm just going to sit this right here. Oh, I have one more. I'll throw that on right quick. Don't want to be wasting any. And if I have any left over, my pot will get it for sure. She's only about 5 months old. So how I do this is I use, let me get something else. I use Chanel stems or pop cleaners. That's what they used to be called. And I just staple this on here. I'll try not to hot glue anything because I want my wreaths to last. And I use these. I don't know what size they are. I forgot. But they're smaller, so they won't go through the wood. And this is a heavy-duty Stanley stapler. I love it. It's pretty heavy duty. So I'll just sorry, but the noise. I'll twist it once. And I'll put a couple of them over there. This is a very good sign. It's from Hobby Lobby. It, I don't know how much it was. I took the tag off. $13.99 is all, and I got it half off, so it's about $7. Like I said, I'm not good at math, so $6.35. I know some people like to get technical. I'm trying to get back into making wreaths. I sold all of my supplies last year, so okay. So I've got my Chanel stones on, or pop cleaners. Try to take the tags off and make it clean and nice. Okay. All right. All right, so I'm just gonna run these down through yeah, down through the middle here. I don't want anything to show or scratch anybody's door if I sell this. So we want this to be, and after I get off, I'll get it all straightened out and nice. And I'll cut these off and run them back up through. I just don't want to keep you on here. Okay. And you don't want it too tight because it'll flatten it down too much. But you don't want it too loose either, you know. So, and we're just running it through. There's a double, the good wreaths have uh, the double wire right here. I'm putting it in the first one because that's where I have most of my decal mesh. And I'll run it back up through and do the same thing on the front, and that way nothing is poking out here. And then we'll just do the same thing with the rest of them here on the front. I'm shaking this, but it's got to be done, right? If you want to make money from what I've heard, from what I've been taught, I'll do what you got to do, right? Sorry if my phone's going off. Yeah, I'm putting them on this very first one here. Well, I don't know what's the first. This is the first and second. I guess the second one, the one on the closest to the bottom. Anyway, so there's that. And I'll just take my decal mat and move it all out of the back here. And I'll hopefully be posting more videos on how to cover all of this up to make it look nice. Because if you put it on a glass door, you don't want all that ugly to show. I even made one wreath double-sided, so would be pretty on both sides. So there he is. It's pretty heavy. Um, and I'll, straighten all that out. So I'm gonna make a bow. I'm not sure exactly where to put it. I might put it up here. Right up here somewhere. So let me put that down. And I have my white ribbon and my black ribbon I got from Paper Mart. And then my snowman ribbon I think I got from Michael's whenever they had their 90% off. It's regularly $9.99. There's no way I probably paid like $1 or something for it. But anyway, we'll start with the snowman one, and I don't have much left, so I'm gonna start with the bigger one, and I think this is 2.5 inch ribbon. It's either from Joann's or Michael's. I can't remember. I'm just gonna take all this off. And dovetail at the end. Okay, and I'm gonna make this by hand because I don't have my supplies with me. So this is gonna be my tail, and I do like to make my tails a little long. Sorry. Okay. I like to make them a little long. So I'm gonna fold it in the middle, and that makes your bow look more full. Okay. And then I'll hold it. It's been a long time since I made them. So these snowmans are going one way. So I want them to, I'm going to twist it so that the snowman will show on top. And I don't want to make this too big because the sign is taking up most of the wreath, and I don't want this to cover, I don't want it to cover the sign. So I guess about 4 inches, and I'm just going to fold it under like that and pinch it, and I'm just holding it like this. Might make it a little bit. Got two snowmans there. Okay. And then I don't have to twist this side because I've got it, the snowman facing up. So just try to measure, fold it a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to cut this off. Or use this at the end. Sorry, I forgot to open these. I'm going to use another 2.5 inch. And I'm going to dovetail it too. I like the dovetail look. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to I want this to go up that way and this to go down that way. Sorry. I cough when I get nervous. Okay. So we got this tail right here, and we're going to put it opposite. Just right there. So we got it. Gonna make a I'm gonna make it even with the other ones. Twist it. Okay, make it this way. I feel like I'm taking forever. Gonna kind of fold it and put it on there. That. Maybe, yeah. All right. And then I'll do one this way. It's been over a year or 2 years maybe since I've made a bow or even a good wreath for that matter. So, all right, we're going to cut this off and I'll dovetail that side later. So now we got this bow, it's all opposites. Now we're going to go in with our black. Our snowman has black on it. I don't know if I'm making too much noise with this, and we'll get some of that out of the way. And I'm not going to dovetail my small one. I'm just going to cut it at an angle. Oops. Perfection. All right, and we're going to go in this way with the small one. And I don't think I'll have to twist this one. It's the same on both sides. So, well, I think that's the only way I'm going to do it. Okay. I'm going to make a bow on that side. And we're going to make this like that. That's just kind of make it even. You don't have to be perfect with it. And we're going to angle this. And then we're going to go back with the 2.5 inch. Just put it somewhere like that. And kind of fold it. We want our bow to look full. This is canvas ribbon, so it's pretty stiff, and it hangs. It does good in the weather too, and I do spray those too. So I'm going to make this one. I'm just going to make one. No, I'm going to make 3, I think. Sorry, I'm thinking as I go. I didn't think it out before I started. Uh, okay. Gonna twist and turn so it'll be on the same side. Okay. All right. All right, and then we're gonna make 3 on here. So this one is gonna be the one that will hide my zip tie that I'm gonna put on it. I think my fingers don't want to work today. All right. Okay. All right, and I'll cut this off later. And I just get my zip ties from wherever. I don't know where I got these. One of I think it might have been Kmart. And I'll just use these right here. I usually use 8-inch. I don't know what these are. These are 4. Yeah, these are 4-inch, but that's fine. Well, I'm gonna get some scissors. Oh, okay. I'm gonna use a red one. Okay, and all right. So I'm gonna put it in where that loop is. So I'm gonna put it in right here in the middle. Turn it around. Um, yeah. There you go. I'm 62 years old. I can't see too well. Alright, and I'm just going to cut that off. Okay. Um, I'm going to have to fit it to the wreath to see. Sorry, I got a mess. I don't know. Okay, this is the middle. We just want to fluff it out. Sometimes it takes a lot of fluffing, and sometimes I don't even worry about uh, fluffing until I get it actually on the wreath, because it just keeps getting flat. All right, this is a big wreath, big bow. And of course, I'll probably change my mind more times before, so I want my snowman. I want my snowmans to go down. It needs to go up. My tails. Let's look that way. Okay. I think yeah, I need to stay. Okay. So let's see. Um, I don't know about the bow. It's so big, and this maybe like on the side, maybe I'll make my bow so big. Maybe I should just keep it plain and simple. You know? Um, See what I mean about fraying, and you don't want to pull on them because they'll just fray even more. And I don't want it to go on the bottom. I think I will just put it on the side here. I'll try. I'm gonna tie it with my the little pine things that are already on here because I know I'll change my mind. I know it takes a couple hours to make a wreath, sometimes not that long, but it takes sometimes more than a day to figure out if it's perfect or not. So I'll just put this like that. Yeah, already I don't like it there. I'm not gonna sit here and keep changing it over and over and over because y'all know what I mean. I'll post a picture of it. Oh, took my back on the shelf. I'll post a picture of it whenever I get through with it.